Eventu TLnog-nya.
Our welcome to the ICT engineers delegation from the institution of the government, ISP operators, academics, regulators, national and international NGOs, and media who are using this opportunity to participate in this first event of TLnog. Our welcome to the international instructor from EPNIC, Mr. Awal Haulader, and to national co-instructors of TLnog, Mr. Zaid Diaz and Mr. Jemris Yeros. Especially, we appreciate the sponsors such as EPNIC as a founding partner. We appreciate also other sponsors such as Red Star, Metrolink, Packet Clearinghouse, Sacom Timor-Leste, Timor Telecom, Gadamor ISP, and Eto Telkom. Especially thanks to MTC, Ministry of Transport and Telecommunication, who support us by facilitating this venue. We respect to and thanks for media, especially for Lafayette News, who is available to cover live streaming this first event of TLnog.
Eventu dahulu TLnog, tema Community Event Gathering 2024, composto atividade rua makanesang, formação lorong tolu, no conferência lorong ida. Hahu oing, dia 19 de agosto, no se termina ia dia 22 de agosto ia Hotel Ramelau. Husi formação idane, ita sehetang conhecimento com a internet routing base, no mos lab training. Sorumutu técnico idane, composto husi palestra no exercício laboratorium hands-on, hodi hanoring assunto desenho, relaciona a construção infraestrutura routing, classificação, no insato hili protocolo routing oi-oing. Idane cobre princípio desenho, arquitetura routing internetnya. OSPF, BGP, engenharia tráfego BGP, no instrumento escala hanesan pref lokal, MED, ASPAT, PRIPEN, comunidade, router refletor, pre-groups, no selutang. Apresentação sirane cobre detalhe com a operação nível protocolo, no prática de acliu hus indústria ba fornecedor serviço no rede empresarial sira. Curso NEMOS inclui serviço prático intensivo, baseia ba IPv4 no IPv6, hamutu ko comando configuração router Cisco.
At the theme of the first of TLog is community event gathering 2024 consists of two activities such as training for 3 days and a conference for 1 day starting today, 19 August, and will terminate 22nd August in Ramallah Hotel. From this training, we will gain knowledge about the base internet routing and lab training. This technical workshop consists of lectures and hands-on lab exercises to teach design issues related to building routing infrastructure, classifications, and how to choose different routing protocols. It covers internet routing architecture design principles, OSPF, BGP, BGP traffic engineering, route reflector, peer groups, etc. The presentations cover related protocol level operations and industry best practices for both service providers and enterprise networks. The course also includes intensive practical work based on IPv4 and IPv6 along with Cisco router configuration command.
Saida mag TLnog mag Network Operators Group. Organização independente pioneiro, nebe ia compromisso ba avanço no hasai operação rede ia Timor-Leste. No dar entidade laos lucrativo, único ia autonomia, opera ho di lori prática dia lihusi região no mundo niang, ba exigência único husi comunidade internet Timor-Leste niang. TLnog la afilia ho instituição ka organização Ruma ia nação ne. Atividade principal composto organiza formação, conferência, seminário, no promove comunidade profissional entre operador rede no profissional relacionado sira. TLnog ni função hari ia princípio, sirhanet kuba colaboração, educação no desenvolvimento comunitário. Hakasang Atu foi impacto significativo ba paisagem operação rede niang ia Timor-Leste. Ia lian tetung grupo operador rede sira importante tebes ba comunidade operação sira internet niang. TLnog ajuda mantém relação profissional entre a ISP no mos operador rede local importante sira. Facilita coordenação routing regional, ajuda mantém tráfego local na fating, no mos maximiza oportunidade piring bamalu entre a ISP no mos operador rede hot-hotu.
What is TLnog? TLnog is a network operator group, is pioneering independent organization committed to the advancement and enhancement of network operations within Timor-Leste. As a non-profit entity, unique in its autonomy, it operates to bring good practices through the region and the world to the unique demands of the Timor-Leste internet community. We are not affiliated with any existing institution or organization in the country. Our main activities include organizing workshops, conferences, and seminars, and fostering a professional community among network operators and related professionals. TLnog's foundation are built on principles for collaboration, education, and community development, and efforts to significantly impact the network's operational landscape in Timor-Leste. Timor-Leste network operator groups are very important for the internet operating community. NOG helps maintain professional relationships between ISPs and important local network operators, facilitate regional routing coordination, help maintain local traffic, and maximize mutual peering opportunities between ISP and all network operators.
Apnikmat Asia Pacific Network Information Center, hanesang organização membro ida nebe nakloke, independente, laos lucrativo, nebe mak apoia infraestrutura no crescimento internet niang ia Asia Pacífico. Hanesang arayar, resisto internet regional ba Asia Pacífico. Apnik distribui no zero recurso número internet niang endereço IP no número ASI. Ia região Asia Pacífico ni ekonomia hamutuk 5.000 resing neng, tuir política será nebe desenvolve husi comunidade. Apnik halau papel crítico ida, hodi ajuda desenvolve comunidade internet regional no infraestrutura e a maneira sustentável. Inclui habilidade essencial sira ba operação internet ho prática diaklio. Atu atene litan lala TLnog hari iha Timor-Leste, tuir mai, ami convida Sr. José Laudias, no darsefi Comitê TLnog niang, hodi descreve ho claro existência TLnog, inclui objetivo no resultado sai da det sai itan expectação e a futuro husi comunidade idane. Ami hakarak informamos, katak depois de breves palavras do Sr. José Laudias, tuir queda husi cerimônia abertura do Sr. José Laudias Rasik Maxeloke. Acompanha o instrutor internacional, no representante na rua, o participante na rua.
APNIC is the Asia Pacific Network Information Center as follows: an open, independent, non-profit member organization that support the infrastructure and growth of the internet in Asia Pacific, such as the Asia Pacific Regional Internet Registration or RIR. APNIC distributes and manages the resources of the internet number like IP address and AS number in the Asia Pacific region's economy of 56 in accordance with community developed policies. APNIC plays a critical role in helping the development of the regional internet community and infrastructure sustainably, including essential skills or better practical operation of the internet. To know more about the process of the TLnog's establishment in Timor-Leste, we invite Mr. José Diaz as the TLnog Chief Committee to clearly describe the existence of TLnog, including what goals and outcomes will be our future expectations of this community. We would like to inform you that after a brief speech, Mr. Zhe himself will open the ceremony, accompanied by international instructor and representative of participants, one man and one woman.
Tempo no fating, a mi foba Sr. Zé Dias, horihato o breves palavras.
Bon dia, good morning everyone, esteemed college, distinguished guests and all participants. It is my great pleasure to welcome you all to this inaugural TLnog Internet Routing Workshop for beginners. We are honored to have gathered here in Delhi to foster knowledge sharing, networking and capacity building within the Timor-Leste Internet community. The purpose of this workshop is to provide a platform to our junior technical staff and our beginners to gain a solid understanding of Internet routing principle and practice. Through expert-led session, hands-on exercise, and interactive discussion, we aim to equip participants with the necessary skills to contribute effectively to the growth and development of Timor-Leste Internet infrastructure. Internet routing is the backbone of global network. It ensures that the data packets reach their intended destination effectively and reliably. A strong understanding of Internet routing is essential for network administrators, engineers, and policymakers to manage and optimize Internet connectivity. TLnog plays a crucial role in promoting Internet development in Timor-Leste by bringing together network operators, network engineers, and other technical professionals. We are creating a collaborative environment where knowledge can be shared, best practice can be discussed, and challenges can be addressed. TLnog is open to all, including students, and attended by various stakeholders, including representatives of ISPs, telcos, mobile operators, content providers, academy, governance, cloud, enterprise, and financial organizations. I encourage all participants to engage actively in these workshops, asking questions, and share their experience. Together, we can build a vibrant and resilient Internet connectivity community for Timor-Leste. Ato mata, ao encourage a participant hotu, ato aproveita máximo oportunidade ia Eventu workshop idane. Thank you for your participation, and I wish you all a fruitful and informative workshop. Obrigado.
A mi convida representante husi participante feto, mana Gelita Veronica, husi Comissão Função Público, atu bela mehola fating he oi. Turma a mi convida mos representante mane husi participante, mau Sikito Amaral, husi Fundação Hadomi Timor, atu bela mehola fating he oi.
We would like to invite Mr. Awal to take a place in front to give the present as a symbol of the opening our ceremony.
Itu ne bahasa Limang. Della fila fale papati. Obrigada. Dia oficialmente itene formação loke duniona, molok hahu itene sessão formação, ami hakara que informa ba maluk engenheiro sira katak, requerimento hodisimu certificado formação, mak participante sira tem que concluir atividade sira ne e lorontolo ne larang. Significa la falta, ho intenção ida mak itene participação máximo, no efetivo, no ne ita bele ganha conhecimento hokleang. Aproveita a oportunidade tesouro, husi ema especialista nebe hakara fahe serne matenek maita. Ikus liu, ami hato amnia boa sorte, no bom aproveito ba ita hotu. Obrigada.
Well, officially, our training has been open. Before starting our training season, we would like to inform our fellow engineers that the requirement for receiving a training certificate is that participants should conclude their activities within 3 days, meaning no absence, with a view to our maximum effective participation so that we can gain knowledge, take advantage of the treasure opportunities of experts who are sharing their skills with us. Good luck to everyone and take the opportunity.
Thank you, that was a very good inauguration. Thank you so much. Before the workshop starts, it's a technical workshop, so everybody probably need to work on their laptops, like computers. Before I start, some information, the internet access. We need probably the internet information. So do you have the, yeah, okay. Yep, it's a TLnog 1, and the password is TLnog 001. So I think you have the information on the back of the badge, but the password you need to use 00 there. Like everybody's, like the announcer said, that you need to be available for 3 days. So there is a sign-in sheet. You need to sign every day. Today is day 1, so please sign on the day 1 beside your name. And check the spelling of your name, because the certificate is going to be printed like that. So if you have any correction, it's better to do it now so we can print the correct name. Okay? Please make sure you check the spelling of your name. There is a group photo. Is it today or tomorrow? Which one is tomorrow? Tomorrow there is a group photo. So we need you to wear the TLnog t-shirt tomorrow. Please bring it. If you forget, that's okay, but it's better everybody wear the TLnog t-shirt and they have a group photo. It looks better. I'll come to this page, and it's probably better to show you now. So please connect to the Wi-Fi and then try to browse a website that I'm going to show you on the screen. So can you try to access academy.apnic.net? academy.apnic.net. And on the landing page, on the first page, you see the here the upcoming training events. You should see the first one is the TLnog 1. Click on that link. I think the internet is causing some trouble. Let me see. Yep, sometimes it gets disconnected. Anyway, let's see, because probably we are so many people here working on the same internet. Oh, okay, yeah, that would be great. So the web page will come like this, and this is the page where we'll download our materials for the next 3 days. So if you access the right tab, which is the course materials, and then for the better viewing, click on the expand tab, and then you will see the day 1 plan, day 2, and day 3, and the blue hyperlinked sessions. You can download the PDFs or download the slides. The session plan is similar as we have shown here. We have about 4 sessions every day, and there will be breaks. So there is a morning tea break and an afternoon tea break, and then there is a lunch break. Lunch break is a bigger break, but the morning tea and afternoon tea is a shorter break. We'll adjust the time, don't worry. We'll adjust the time based on our need. This survey we'll use on day 3. So after the workshop is done, then I'll ask you if you can go to the survey link and give your feedback. But that's not now, because it's after this whole workshop. My email address is here, just in case if you need to ask any question later. It's still there. So first I started with the agenda, and then I'll start the routing fundamentals. But let me finish the agenda first. So the link that I shown here is basically the same place that we have just been, okay? And you need that link. So it's easy. Go to academy.apnic.net and then find the event, and then use the course material tab to see the materials, to see the whole plan. Academy website. I just covered the Academy website, where you see there are some services and features we have. One is, of course, our events that you have just seen. We cover events, right? So for the, if you go to the main academy page, you should see the other options, and these are the upcoming events. But if you want to go and see some previous events, then you can go to the past events, and you see the previous lot of events we have done across different parts of this region. But there are some virtual labs. Today, and for this workshop for next couple of days, we will use virtual lab. But if you want to practice different other labs, because today we are doing routing, so this lab is about routing. But if you want to do some other labs, there are several labs. If you click here, you should see a lot of different labs here, okay, different types. So even if your colleagues who couldn't join here, if you can pass them the link, they can access, they can do their lab. And these labs has the instructions and also the virtual environment, so they can just practice, okay? And it has some time limits. So if you run a lab, then you will see there is a time limit, so you have to finish the lab by that time, and that's enough time. You can save it at some point and then come back later to start over from that moment. So it's also possible. To use this lab, you need to do two things. One is you have to register, and this is free to register. So if you go to, it is not related for today, so no need to do it now. Later when you have time, you can do that. So register. It will ask you for your email address, because that will be your username, and then select a password. Then you log in with that username and password, and then you will see that launch lab. So you don't see that option now because I haven't logged in, right? So if I log in, then you will see the launch lab, and I can run a lab. The other thing is, sometimes the browsers, they have the pop-up window. The pop-up blocker, by default the browsers have the pop-up blocker, so the pop-up doesn't work, and this lab runs as a pop-up window. So you have to see the warning. If it says pop-up is disabled, please enable it for this website. Then you will see your lab is running. Like I can see your browser has some issues, right? The YOLO warning or some warning. So yeah, you just need to enable the pop-up window. So these two things will give you the access, okay? So I'm not spending time on these things. Because we are not using the Academy Lab now, we'll use a different platform, okay? There are live webinars. We try to invite technical experts and other experts to do some webinar for us. If you have the Access account, then you will get the email notification that there will be a Academy webinar coming up on this day. Do you want to join, and something like this? So you will get the updates. The online courses, we have several self-paced online courses. You can enroll, and then you can go through by yourself and finish the course. There are different topics, that even routing as well. Routing is one of the topics, and then security, some of the security topics as well. So this is, like I said, it's free. It's free to anybody, and if your colleagues who couldn't join here, if you can pass this information, they can utilize the platform. Yes. So, like I said, it's a combination of different services you can get. EduRoam, I'm not so sure if there is EduRoam in this country. EduRoam is short of education roaming, and it's basically a Wi-Fi access from different parts of the world. So you see, if you go to some countries, the airport has a SSID, similar to we joined like a TLnog SSID, right? There is one SSID called EduROM in different places of the world where you can go and you can just get connected because you have an account and you can access it from anywhere. So this building, if they provide the SSID and the backend facility, if you have an account from a different country, you can come and just turn on your Wi-Fi, you just get connected. You don't need to ask anybody for password or anything. So that's basically started from the universities. So if you go to European universities or in other countries, for example, in Australia, the Brisbane airport has this EduROM. If you go to the campuses like the QUT or UQ, they have the EduROM. So if we go there, we can just turn on our Wi-Fi and just get connected. No need to ask for the system admin of the university and get the password, right? So if you have our Academy account, like I showed you, Academy account, if you have it and you finish courses, like at least one course, you will get the same facility with that username. So APNIC has a backend facility connected to the EduROM network. You can get access to the Academy account. APNIC policy development process. I'm not so sure if you have heard this before, but APNIC, as the announcer was saying, that APNIC works in the Asia-Pacific region to distribute the addresses. Then also we do the trainings and technical assistance for our members. But APNIC runs based on policy. What can be done by APNIC and what cannot be done by APNIC is decided based on that policy. And this policy is not defined by APNIC. It's defined by the members. And for example, Timur Telecom is one of APNIC members. And in the APNIC conferences, the members can propose and discuss and come to a common term which later become a policy, and then APNIC has to follow that policy. So it's like member-driven policy development process. If you want to know more, here is a link, and if you download the PDF already, you have the link, so you can participate as well. You don't need to be a member to participate in the policy. You can be a non-member as well. So anybody can actually join the policy development process. APNIC organizes two big annual conference. One is with Apricot. Apricot is a big conference in the Asia-Pacific region. And the second one is APNIC Stand-Alone Conference. APNIC has the even numbers, the 58, the even numbers, stand-alone conference, and the odd numbers are with Apricot jointly together. So that happens in mid-February to end of February, something like this. And this one happens August, September, something like this. So the upcoming one is in the New Zealand, Wellington, because we roam around different countries to organize this conference. So everybody get a chance to join. Okay, if anybody has an opportunity to join the conference, please go ahead and register. Some sessions might be online as well. If you cannot travel, you can probably follow. I'm not 100% sure whether the full event or half of the event, I'm not 100% sure, but please check the website. It's basically similar to this conference.apnic.net and / the number, so 58, and you will see more information about it. Okay, this has the workshops as well. This has multiple workshop tracks, several tutorials and presentations. There are several other separate meetings, so you may find it useful for which event you want to attend. Just have a look at it. There are fellowships, but unfortunately this year's fellowship is already closed. We do it like more than 3-4 months ago, so just keep an eye for next event and try to submit a fellowship. Once you are if you are selected as a fellow, the travel and the accommodation, all the expenses are covered by APNIC and the sponsors. For the information, like I said, anything you need to be aware, like what's happening when, right? When is the fellowship opens, or when is the next event? Where is the next event? Not only APNIC event, there are many other NOGs in your neighboring country. There is an Indonesian NOG in Indonesia. There is an Australian NOG in OSNOG. There is a PNG NOG, the Papua New Guinea NOG. There is a Malaysian NOG, there is Singapore NOG, Hong Kong NOG, Japan NOG, and now you have TLnog. So all the information, most of the information goes through the mailing list. If you want to keep yourself updated about those information, you can go here, orbit.apnic.net, where you can see several conversation, different mailing lists, and you can subscribe to those mailing lists that you are interested in to get the updates. Okay. This is mostly about the online trainings that we do. We do online training every month. So people who cannot come to a certain event can still have some topics covered with our online training. So during the online training, we don't encourage, we don't, we want the participants not to record without any permission. So sometimes some people just record it and upload it to their personal channels, and that's without permission. So it's a kind of an intellectual property thing. So we don't encourage anybody to do that. If they need to record it, they need to get a written approval or a prior approval from our team. And for the on-site event, usually you'll see there will be more photos. So if any of you here, you don't want to take photo of yourself, you don't want you to be in the photo, you probably need to tell the organizers, and we will try to avoid your photo in the picture. But mostly people are usually okay when they come to an event. They're usually okay, but there might be some people. So it's your responsibility to get yourself out of the photo, because sometimes we just don't remember, or don't really individually try to see which photo I'm taking. For example, if I take a photo from here, probably all of you are covered. So if you want yourself to be out of the photos, please keep an eye. Just remove maybe hide your face. Keep a big, the big banner. Yeah. And we have our social media pages. Whatever I said, like all the information that is useful for the members and the internet users and the engineers, we usually post it on the pages. So if you are interested, you can subscribe or follow us to get those updates. Actually, mailing list also a good way to follow that I showed earlier. But some people love to use social media, so that's why we also maintain social media pages. That's pretty much it as the housekeeping information. I think there is washrooms as well nearby. So our crew members, they will help you to go. If there is a fire hazard here or any emergency, we have to go out this door, and then outside is the assembly point. Okay, just in case. Okay, let's start with our first slide. That's routing basics. But before that, I want you to do an activity. Okay. Can you go to this website and then use this code? Menti.com and use this code. The internet might be a little slower because we are many people here in the same room. So menti.com and use the code. Or maybe take a photo and then if you forget, just use the photo to do that. I need you to keep this code for the whole day. For the whole day, you might need at some point you might need that. So keep the code, maybe take a photo, you might need it later. Everybody in? Everybody in that page? Use the code number already? Menti.com. Yes.
My Wi-Fi is not get
The SSID. Okay. So everybody got this? Okay. So use your computer to select the location. I'm not so sure. Everybody here is probably Delhi, from Delhi. But select some. Is it the right map I got, or it's a wrong map? It's right map? Okay. Select your location. Select your place, where you are from. Could be your birthplace, could be your current place, or anywhere. Just select your location. Yes, select the location and then submit. Oh, I can see, yeah, I can see three people select. Somebody selected somewhere in the middle of the ocean. Is it an island, or? I mean, this. Is it an island? It's an island? Oh, no need. It's okay. Oh, it's still not coming? Oh, loading for a long time. Oh, you submit and let's see what happens. Yeah, submit. Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, submit. Submit your location. It will come, no worries, it will come. Oh, many people. Oh, actually, thinking like probably everybody from Delhi. Actually, not. It's a good combination. Don't worry, I'm not going to go to your house. Just looking at the picture from where you are. Actually, I want your internet. I want to make sure that your laptop is working, and you are also comfortable working with the internet here, just to warm up. Okay? Everybody selected. 17 people just gave the answer. Not everybody. Here is, I think, more than 40 here. Can you select your location? Please wait, because next question, for next question is please wait is for next question. So don't worry. I think most of you got it. But I can see there are not many answers appearing. Probably for internet, maybe for internet. Okay, everybody, can you click on the thumbs up on your corner here, so I can see you at least got the answer. Whoever answered it, just give a thumbs up. Okay? Give the thumbs up. Yes. Okay, many people giving thumbs up. Actually 8, not that much. Only 8 give a thumbs up. Okay, next question. Let's not waste the time. Let's go to the next question. Is this your first APNIC training? Is it your first APNIC training? You didn't submit, so skip. No need to submit now. Skip. Yeah. Is this your? When you select an answer, you need to submit. Okay. And sometimes select and then don't submit means it's not going to work. Yes, submit. Okay. This time, many people actually. Because last time you didn't press submit. You answered but didn't press submit. This time more answers. Please press submit when you select and then submit. Otherwise, I don't see that. Okay. Most of you, this is your first APNIC workshop. And still we have some participants here who have joined before. So, who joined before, you might have an idea how we do the workshop. So please help your colleagues here who are first time. So build a team, talk to each other. Whenever you have a problem, talk to your colleagues here. So, they might know the way how it works, okay? Some people is still sending like answers. Next, which industry you are from? I selected all the technical industry because this is a technical workshop, but if you are coming from a different industry, it's also okay. Okay, the other industry, I believe it's the government and some other industry. That's oh, I actually had government. Yeah, government here. So other industry, probably different types of private sector, maybe. Yeah. Anybody from research and education, like university here, like National University of Timor-Leste or any other university here? Oh, which university? Oh, National. It's very close, right? Here, walking distance. We can go to your office for lunch. So, both of you are from the university. Are you also part of the TLREN, the Research and Education Network of Timor-Leste? No, right? Not yet. Okay, there might be a research network. I'm putting the technical role here because this again the same reason. It's a technical workshop, so I just put technical roles. So select your role. If you don't have the roles here, select others. It's okay. Yes, I can see most of you are from network engineering, and there are some other roles as well, maybe project manager or maybe some senior officials could be here. And system admins. Yeah, many of you are network engineers, which is good because then you can help your group mates who are not technical background or who might not work on the network side. You may discuss and figure it out by yourself. Next one. If you're in the internet industry, no worries, just select how many years you are working. But if you are in the internet industry, select how many years you are working in the internet industry. Everybody giving 10 years? Everybody 10 years. So I can see most of you are probably beginning at the career, building your career as an engineer, and there are many experienced as well. So the same advice. If you are experienced person and you have some people around you who need some help during the lab and during the workshop, please help them. And if you are like a newcomer, if you have question, maybe try to discuss, try to talk to the experienced person. They might give you like more example because they have gone through several stages. They know what happened with this situation and things like that. So you might get good answer from them. I'm not saying don't ask question to me. Of course, you can ask question to me. But I'm saying like brainstorming within the group. Okay, here are some topics. And here is the knowledge and here is your experience. I mean, applying that knowledge, like working experience, like working on the device. Give some rating to all these topics. Try to give some ratings for each of the topics. It's okay if you never seen these topics before. It's okay to give low score. It's okay. I'm just trying to feel the room, trying to understand what are our participants' level of expertise. I'm just trying to get that. So when you select, then you have to submit. Remember, without submit, the reflection is not there. So please submit. How about this side of the room? Are you okay? Answer yes. Okay, yeah, we are here and the goal is, after this workshop, after the day 3, the goal is we have to increase our knowledge and the expertise to some extent. The expertise will increase when you go back and work with your system, but we'll try to do some work here as well. So you feel a little bit of more confident with the topics that we are going to cover. Okay? So it's your responsibility, not mine. It's your responsibility to get the best outcome, to get best out of this workshop. Please make sure you get your answers. Whenever you have question, please speak up. Ask the question. If you feel shy, you can ask within yourselves, like you can ask your colleagues here. But there's no problem speaking up and asking questions. There is no problem with that. Like I said, we are not outside, we are here, and here everybody wants to skill up, like wants to get the answers, right? So if you don't ask, then there's hardly I will understand what is the question. So please ask the question. So having said that, this is the page. You can keep it running when you have some question, please ask that question. Write the question and post it. I'll see it there. Okay? So can you try and post something like testing or anything and try to see if this works or not? Write something and post. Is there any question here? Yeah, write your question. Yeah, ask a question. Yeah, testing. So I'll get this here, and as you can see, I don't see the name. That means it's anonymous. So there is no excuse anymore. You cannot excuse like people is going to see me, this is a silly question. Not like any question, just put it over there so people don't see your name. Okay, I'll publish it later. No, I'm not gonna, I don't even see that, so I don't know who is asking. So yes, it's better if you can ask directly, everybody hear that, and then we can answer. It's also okay, you ask your neighbors. But if you are really very shy, you never speak up to anybody in your life, so you are not gonna do that here, then post in here. Okay, let's keep it running. Like I said, if you have the photo of the code, you can come back to this page again. I'm keeping it running and I'll check it time to time. I'll come back and see. So, sorry, let's go back. And yep, there are several testing done. Testing, 13 tests. Yeah, so this is done, and we'll start from 14. If you have really a question, please post it there anytime. I'll check it during the breaks. Okay. Now let's start with this one. Session 1. We are almost at the break time, but I will start. We have to save time because this workshop is going to be very exciting, and we may not have enough time if we spend more time with this. So I'm starting with this, and when there is the break time, I'll announce the break. Okay. So this is the routing basics, and I'm pretty sure many of you already know this. Because remember, in the survey that I did now, there are some newcomers here. And there are some people who probably haven't worked with the routing before. So that's why I have to start with the basics to bring everybody in the same understanding level, okay? Who have seen this before? Who have seen this side? What is this one on the left side? OSI. OSI layers. How many layers? 7. And that's the OSI layers. OSI layers. For those who are not familiar with the OSI layers, it's a very famous kind of hierarchical kind of system definition or standard, where which internet device or element is going to do what, with what type of technologies are actually fit into these 7 layers. And that's how internet works so nicely in any place of the world, with any vendor's equipment and with any operator's connection. Internet is so stable, so nice because of the layer definitions. Now, even though this is the most famous one, usually we talk about the TCP/IP. It's a similar layering system, but this one has like 4 layers. Basically, this 3 is called application layer. This one is transport. Network layer is called internet. And the other 2, data link and physical layer, network access. So the physical layer starts from the bottom. The middle layers are mostly about the forwarding the packets, checking the packets, things like that. And the last layer over here is about the applications and sessions and things like that. I'm not going to go deep into it. Please go and Google OSI layers or TCP/IP layer, you will get more information. But our workshop today is related to routing. And routing is one of the most important work in the internet system. And that fits in here, the network layer. Okay? So we'll come to that. So how it works? When you get application like your browser, you try to browse a website, or your email, you want to send an email to somebody. It's same for your phone as well, or your tablets. You use an app. That app is the application. And from the application, you generate data. You generate a request. Or if you are a server, you send reply. These are data or information, right? The data, when it starts from the application, it goes to the transport layer, okay? The transport layer adds some header, adds some additional information. It goes to the internet layer, it adds some more information, like additional header. And finally, from the data link layer, adding some more information, and then finally goes as the binary bits, like 0, 1, 0, 1 bits. And in the physical layer, it's like electrical signal, or the wireless signal, the microwave signal. So eventually, on the other side, when the information comes, it starts from the bottom now and goes all the way to up. It starts from the top, from the application, and more headers adds up. So it starts from the data. The transport layer adds some header. In the transport layer, the protocol numbers are added. What type of protocol is this application coming from? For example, our website browsing is going to use HTTPS. That's port 443, right? So this type of information is going to be added. Then when it goes to the internet layer, additional header gets added, and that is IP header, internet protocol header. And the addresses, IP addresses, these are the addresses gonna go there. So you need to have a sender address and a receiver address to start communicating. Similar thing, your phone, you call your family. They need to have a unique number. You also need to have an unique number to talk to each other. Okay? In internet, similar to your phone conversation, it cannot have a duplicate number. Then your system gets confused. Which way should I send that, right? So this is like a unique numbering system. So my sender information and my receiver's information or destination information needs to be added here with the numbers. That's called IP numbers or IP addresses. With that added, it goes to the next layer. Here we call something like physical address or hardware address. That's called MAC address. Media access control, something like this, right? MAC. So the MAC is another numbering system that's unique to your device, but not necessarily unique in the world. Not necessarily unique in the world. But IP needs to be unique in the world. In the global routing system, one IP cannot be used by other person. And that's why APNIC has to maintain a registry. You have the land registry here, right? You have the mobile number. When you get a number, you have to register. So there is a registry. Nobody gets that number anymore, right? Because there is a registry, you don't maintain it, somebody else maintain it. And that's fair registry. They don't give this number to anybody else. So you need to ask APNIC with a valid reason, and then APNIC gives that IP and then register your information there. So this number is not going to be given to anybody else. That way it's become unique. But MAC address or hardware address it is not necessarily unique, but it has to be unique within the same LAN, within the same group. It cannot be a duplicate. For example, in this room, we are using the same Wi-Fi, right? Our MAC address, every single device has, so your laptop, if you have a Ethernet port, you know the LAN cable where it connects. So that's one port. You have a Wi-Fi port as well. So that's another port. So these two ports at least have one MAC address each. So your laptop, if there is a server with many ports, every single port needs a MAC address. The condition is every LAN, within the LAN, so many MAC address doesn't matter, but they cannot be duplicate addresses. But it can be duplicated somewhere else in the world. Unless you are in the same LAN, it doesn't matter. So this is called frame header, where your MAC information goes, source MAC and the destination MAC. And then finally you send those information from this side to that side. It came here as these bits, and this one starts from the bottom, so it will first try to identify the MAC. Which is the destination MAC? Is this destination MAC in my room? If I know that, then I know which port they are connected. So I don't need that information more because I already read that. And this work is done by a switch. Remember a switch? We have internet switches. That's sometimes called layer 2 device, L2, right? L2 device is a switch. This switch only deals with the MAC address. So once they read the MAC address, this is done. No need to read anymore. So they just leave it. And they pass it to the upper layer saying, hey, I already identified it. It's up now. I removed the header. So you take with the IP header. So next layer is called layer 3, where you have the routers. Router is the layer 3 device. So switch, do the switching from this port to that port, things like that. A router needs to maintain a routing table. Again, a table where there are network information which that router knows. So, for example, your phone, if you save numbers, if you just touch that number, the call goes to that number, right? So, something like that. There is a table. It knows the information. So, it will deal with the destination IP, and if it is the router that knows the destination information and things like that, it will remove it because it's already identified and no need to do it anymore, okay? And then it will pass to the transport layer. It will identify which protocol. If it is a web server access, it knows that it's a web request. It goes and it removes it and then pass the data to the application. And now the application can read it. Because application cannot read these things. It can read the data. But you have to help send the right application, the right data. And identifying the right application or right destination, some other people needs to work here. Some other devices need to work here. So our workshop today is on routing. So which layer we are going to talk? Layer 3 here, internet layer, okay? That's where we are going to work for the next, today and next 2 days, okay? I already covered these, break time. Thank you. Okay, so yes, that's a good place to stop. And then let's go and we'll come back at 11, okay? Have enough break, we have long day, okay? Don't ruin your day.